So what are NFTs? We've been hearing about them a lot recently, but what are they actually used for? Let's get into it. First up, let's break down the term NFT, which stands for non-fungible token. What does that mean? Well, a token is essentially a digital asset that can be traded. You might be thinking, well, there are lots of digital assets out there, like videos and pictures. So what makes NFT special? The non-fungible part is the key here. It means it's one of a kind. To understand this, let's look at a couple of examples. Imagine you have a dollar bill. That dollar is fungible. It means that it can be traded or exchanged for another dollar, because they have the same value. Basically, if I give you my dollar, you can just go and exchange it for someone else, and they can exchange it for someone else, and so on. Now imagine you have an original painting by a famous artist. This painting is non-fungible because it's one of a kind. If I gave that painting to you, you wouldn't be able to go and exchange it for someone else. They would need to buy the painting from you first. In the case of the dollar, it didn't matter who had it because they were all exactly the same. But in the case of the painting, the fact that it was owned by you gave it value. NFTs are similar to these paintings. They are unique and therefore cannot be replicated. Another thing that helps establish value for the NFT is the idea of scarcity. So if there's only one of the digital item around, then it's naturally going to be more valuable than something that is easily replaceable. Let's take a quick look at how NFT work. You might have heard that NFT are based on blockchain. That's true. Blockchain is the tech underneath NFT and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. In simple terms, a blockchain is a way of storing information that makes it almost impossible to tamper with. Whenever a new NFT is created, a record of its unique ID, current owner and other info is added to the blockchain. This makes the history of the NFT transparent and tamper-proof. However, when you buy an NFT, you don't actually own the digital file itself. Instead, you own the token that represents the file. This is why people can still download and share the image or video that an NFT represents. Only one person can own the token and have their name recorded as the owner on the blockchain. Now that we know a bit about how they work, let's take a look at some common uses for NFTs. First, you've probably heard of NFTs being used for digital art. This is where artists can sell their digital creations directly to collectors, with the blockchain providing proof of authenticity and ownership. There are also other types of collectibles, such as digital trading cards or limited edition digital characters. People love collecting things, and NFTs provide a new way for them to do that digitally. Let's take a look at some examples of this in action. In July 2021, an artist named Beeple sold an NFT of his work for a whopping $69 million. It was one of the most expensive NFTs ever sold at the time. And earlier in 2021, Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey sold his first ever tweet as an NFT for over $2.9 million. These sales show the incredible potential value of NFTs, but it's important to remember that the market is highly speculative and volatile. Moving on, let's talk about gaming. NFTs can represent in-game items such as weapons, skins, or even virtual real estate. This means that players can truly own and trade these items, which can add a whole new level of value to the games. For example, in the game Axie Infinity, players can buy, sell, and trade NFTs that represent unique characters in the game. These characters can be used to battle against other players and win prizes. Since the introduction of NFTs into the game, Axie Infinity has gained massive popularity with thousands of daily active users playing and trading these NFTs. Finally, let's look at music and film. Musicians and filmmakers can use NFTs to sell exclusive content, albums, or even behind-the-scenes access to fans. This provides a new way for creators to monetize their work and for fans to support their favorite artists and creators directly. As you can see, NFTs are being used in a wide range of industries and applications, from digital art to gaming to music and beyond. They are truly revolutionizing the way we think about digital ownership and value. Thanks for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next video.